Hi, I thought I'll just do a quick video and a recap of how you would set up a new barracks device from scratch and link it up with BellCommander. We're using the Barionet50. So first up on the barracks discovery tool, we're just going to hit get, find the IP address of the device. We can hit web browser. This is going to open up a web browser window. And in this window, out of a default configuration, this one is set up already. For default configuration, we'll just click configuration. And we could obviously set up a static IP address for this as well. But in the meantime, what we have to change is the UDP port number to 12301. This is a fixed port number and the only port that we would need to use. So yes, we can note this IP address 1.25. Just going to minimize that. We'd go to devices and we will go to barracks network devices, enable barracks network device, add a device, name it something. We'll just do this, call this one test 192.168.1.25, the IP address we noted earlier. And you'll see this changes to true immediately. That means the software can see this unit online and we don't have any network issues and everything is sorted out and we are ready to go. To confirm that, obviously we can confirm relay number 1, which is where we would wire the bell. Duration is 5 seconds, so we can hit send test command, confirm on the physical hardware that the device is actually changing state. I can confirm that it is indeed changing state on my side. So that will sort out the bell side. Obviously you might have to link this device to the zones. Let's go head over to zones. So I just created one zone called zone 1 and then assign devices to zone and just say test to zone 1 and done. So that's all linked up. Now to set up the fire, so there's a few different ways to do this. I think probably the best way to set up a fire notification is to have the bell ringing constantly until somebody goes and unclicks the fire. This will obviously, after 5 seconds, if the bell's still ringing, I'm sure everybody would notice that this is just not a normal bell, but actually something is wrong. We could also do a timed sequence, but I think this is probably the best option. So for that, we'll go to notifications. The default is let me show you what the default would be. This is just some steps I've created earlier, but by default, this would sort of be the default ones set up. So you could go ahead and delete all the actions like I did for the fire. Those are just default ones and wouldn't really influence anything. So now we can say add action and we can go zone 1, send barracks command, very important. And then if we head over to the barracks manual to get the command, to switch on the relay, we basically use the command set IO 1, comma 1, which is relay 1, and comma 1, which means it's an active state. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that, and that will trigger the command to be on. Then to make sure that it stays on, we can just say add action, zone 1, repeat to step, repeat step 1, and this ensures a continuous toggle of that. Post notification step, in essence, we need to switch it off. So I've set one up already here. Basically, zone 1, send barracks command set IO, comma 1 for relay 1, and 0 meaning the relay is off. So if somebody then unclicks the fire, it actually switches off. So I'm going to try and get these actions side by side. Let's see if we can achieve that by doing this and bringing up our barracks window. There we go. So, yes, I'll go back to home on this side just so we can see the relays. Change the refresh time to 2 seconds, so it's a bit faster. Yeah, and if I click fire and confirm, relay 1 switches on and remains on for as long as the fire notification is on. I'll leave it there for a second or two. So that's well past 5 seconds. So meaning that this bell is constantly ringing at the moment. If we want to stop the fire, whoever activated this fire notification should just click it again and the relay closes immediately. So that's how I would suggest to set up the fire alarm for the Bell Commander working with a Barionet50 to get a bell ringing constantly for any sort of alarm situation. Thank you.